and welcome to Vlogmas Day 17. How is it already the 17th of December? I literally have no idea. But it is currently Thursday, just on my lunch break from work, so Jay and I just nipped up to Cafe Nero to get ourselves a festive beverage. This has become such a December routine and I'm loving it. Today I've gone for a gingerbread oat milk hot chocolate and it is possibly one of the best drinks I've had this December. It is so good. And whilst I enjoy this delightful hot drink, I thought that I would start off with something else quite festive. I'm sitting by the Christmas tree and I have a pile of Amazon packages, which I'm assuming are all books. They certainly all feel like books. These aren't books that I've ordered, so I think they've come from my wish list, and I thought that I would open them with all of you guys and just see what I have been lucky enough to receive because I'm so excited about this. I also have no idea what I want to read today, so I'm hoping that one of the books in this pile will spark some inspiration for me. So let's get straight into it with package number 1. Nothing more satisfying than, oh, I'm just going to try and do like a really satisfying pull, but the cardboard wasn't having any of it. Ooh, there's 2 books in here. Ooh, ooh, okay, we have The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, which I'm very excited about because I love The Secret History. And then we also have The Institute by Stephen King, which, again, very excited about. There doesn't seem to be a gift note. No. I'm like not missing it from any of the pages. Oh my god. Well, there's no gift note in this one. If this was you, please let me know in the comments because I'm so excited about both of these books. Big thank you. I'm really sorry I don't know who sent these. Package number 2. I think it's like the way that Amazon packages some of these books, the gift notes just fall out and it's highly inconvenient. Ooh, I literally have no idea. Oh my god. This is beautiful.
Oh, wow.
This is a Jane Austen, obviously Pride and Prejudice, but it's like illustrated, it's beautiful. Oh my god, and this one does thankfully have a note. This one is from Carolyn. Oh my god, I love it. Thank you so much. This is literally probably one of the most beautiful books that I have. It's absolutely gorgeous. It comes with recipes for modern tea time treats. I didn't even know that, but oh my god, wow, that is incredible. Thank you so much.
Wow, that's cool.
I know. Ooh, When No One Is Watching by Alyssa Cole. This is a thriller that I've heard such good things about, and this one comes from Lucy. Thank you so much, Lucy. I'm so excited about this because I've heard really good things about this book. It was a 2020 release, I think, and it sounds really great. Oh my god, I'm so excited about this one. Kylie Reid's Such a Fun Age, another 2020 release that has just been talked about so highly. And who is this from? Ooh, it's from Brittany Sanders. Thank you so much, Brittany, because I'm really excited about this one. It has obviously been talked about so much this year and it sounds incredible. This one is definitely a contender for the next book that I might read literally in this reading vlog because I'm super excited about it. So thank you so much. Drowning in a pile of books. The best way to drown. Ooh, what is it? All About Us by Tom Ellen, which looks super cute. A Magical Festive Treat by Josie Silver, that quote is, and I love Josie Silver's books. I literally just read one of them in a reading vlog that I did for Penguin, so I'm super excited about this one. Lovely. And then also Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, which again, great things I've heard about this one. This one came from M. Thanks, M. So excited about both of these. Okay, there is one more book on the pile. Opposite of Always by Justin A. Reynolds, which looks super cute, and I think it's a romance, but like, ooh, that sounds really sad. When Jack meets Kate at a party, he knows he's falling hard. It's almost happily ever after, until 6 months later, Kate dies. And this love story should end there, but Kate's death sends Jack back in time to the moment they first met, giving him the chance to try to save her this time. When a choice he makes turns deadly for someone else, Jack has to work out what he's willing to do and let go to save the people he loves. Okay. That sounds really, really good, and I think there is a note for this one. This one is from Emma. Thank you ever so much. Oh, this is so cute. She says that I hope I have the merriest and brightest Christmas, full of yummy food, brimming cups of tea and lots of bugs. Well, that is definitely going to be happening, so thank you so much. I literally feel so lucky to be surrounded by so many incredible people and now so many amazing books. So thank you ever so much to anyone who thought of me at Christmas time and sent me any of these books, because I am so insanely grateful. I'm so excited about all of these books, and I think I'm going to make a start with Such a Fun Age because I just can't wait to get into this one. Everyone is talking about it. Okay, well the time has come to try my Thursday the 17th tea from my tea advent calendar. I ended up with another cold brew tea. I've actually, I've given myself a couple of weeks to process the rage I felt when I first opened a cold brew tea, and I've actually made my peace with them because I've just decided to ignore the words cold brew and make them as hot teas, and actually they're turning out to be quite nice as hot teas, so I'm not particularly mad about that. However, today's one is apple and cucumber flavoured. Now, apple, love it, big fan of apples, they're really cool, but cucumber, not such a fan. I am a vegan, as I'm sure many of you know, and I pretty much like every single fruit and vegetable except for two. I don't know whether they're actually classed as fruits or vegetables, so I'm just kind of generalising, but those two things are cucumbers and watermelons. Cannot stand either of them because they both just taste like diluted fruit juice that someone who is really tight and doesn't want to use too much of the fruit juice has made, and they've put way too much water in, and there's like a hint of a flavour, but it's so watered down that it's just unpleasant. That's how I feel about cucumber and watermelon, so I'm just hoping this one is more apple than it is cucumber, but in reference to my feelings about this tea flavour, I have made it in my Wuthering Heights mug because the darkness of this novel, I think, represents my feelings towards cucumber. And as soon as I opened the tea advent calendar, it started raining, and I don't think that's a coincidence, so let's give it a try. Cucumber. Lovely. It is a shame because the apple flavour is there, but it has been tainted by cucumber, and I'm just not a big fan. Just one of those things. I'm not generally a fussy eater, but cucumber is just one food that I've just never been able to get along with. I just don't really see the point in it, but Nice. Cheers. Hey guys, happy Friday. Obviously yesterday was Thursday and it was a work day for me, so I really didn't end up doing any reading at all because I was just super busy. However, today, although it is Friday, isn't a work day for me this week, so I just started reading Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reid. I just read one chapter while I was eating my lunch, so that's taken me to page 20. So I'm obviously only at the very beginning of the book, but so far it is definitely shaping up to be a really great read. What happened in the first chapter essentially just sums up what we have in the description, so I'll just read that out to you because I'm sure that will explain it in much more of a succinct way than I could. So we have, when Amira is apprehended at a supermarket for kidnapping the white child she's actually babysitting, it sets off an explosive chain of events. Her employer, Alex, a feminist blogger with the best of intentions, resolves to make things right, but Amira herself is aimless, broke, and wary of Alex's desire to help. When a surprising connection emerges between the two women, it sends them on a crash course that will upend everything they think they know about themselves, each other, and the messy dynamics of privilege. So essentially what just happened in the first chapter was we had Amira in the grocery store with the child that she was babysitting, basically being profiled and judged and kind of like misinterpreting her intentions from a load of people in the store. And so that is kind of what we've got so far, and I'm very excited to continue reading. However, this morning I actually went to town and I think finished my Christmas shopping. So I have like a load of things behind me that need wrapping, and I kind of want to wrap them so that they can join this pile of presents here. And I just think even though the room is looking very cluttered, clutter looks nicer when it's wrapped in festive wrapping paper than it does when it's just in a load of shopping bags. So I'm going to do some wrapping, and I thought that I would watch some Vlogmas videos and enjoy a cup of tea whilst I do some wrapping. So it's time for Here's the Tea with my advent calendar. Wonder what we'll have today. The apple and cucumber tea from yesterday was just not my thing. It wasn't terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but it also wasn't particularly nice. I think today is the 18th of December, so let's dig in. Peppermint Herbal Infusion. Drunk for centuries as a reputed aid to digestion, peppermint is something of a cult classic in the tea world, and it's amazing just how many of you get in touch to say how much you love ours. That's thanks to using big, whole peppermint leaves for big flavour. We think our peppermint is the freshest, mintiest peppermint tea you'll try. Let me know what you think. I sure will. So I'm going to make this peppermint tea and do some wrapping. Before I do though, I wanted to show you one thing that I bought for myself in town, which was this copy of Emma by Jane Austen. It has golden edges, the most beautiful flowery cover, and I am, no word of a lie, in love with this book. It is beautiful. I got it from Urban Outfitters of all places. They had this one, they had quite a few of the Jane Austens, they had Little Women, they also had some Brontes, and there was like a huge collection. I wanted to get them all, but this one in and of itself was only was £20, so I was like, I'm only going to be able to get one for myself as much as I wanted to get a collection because it was quite expensive. So that's a beautiful book that I got and I love it. So I'm going to go make my tea and then catch up on some Vlogmas videos, which I'll talk to you about in a minute, and also let you know what I think of this tea.
The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. standing up close by the Christmas tree.
Okay, I have made my tea. This one was the first tea bag from the entire advent calendar where the tea bag was split, so a load of peppermint leaves ended up in my tea and I had quite the messy operation of trying to like strain them out, but I'm almost certain I'm gonna like this one. It's just a plain peppermint tea and I like peppermint tea, so let's give it a try. Oh, that is very nice and refreshing. Big fan, big fan. So I'm going to enjoy this tea, and like I said, I'm going to wrap presents and watch some Vlogmas. So I've talked a little bit about some of the Vlogmas videos I'm watching, mostly about Zoe Sugg or Zoella, because I love her Vlogmas vlogs. I've watched them for years. But there are a couple of other creators that I have been loving throughout this time that I thought I would mention. The first one being a girl called Phoebe. Her channel is called Honey Bunch of Onion Tops, and again, I've been subscribed to her for quite a long time now. Her channel is mostly a vegan food channel, which I obviously love, but she also makes incredible vlogs. They're so chilled out and calming and they just give off such an incredible vibe, and I feel like they're just so cozy that I absolutely love them. She's based in Melbourne, so it's quite interesting to see someone doing Vlogmas who is like living in a different hemisphere to me, and obviously it's like summer for her, but it's really lovely to see her Vlogmas vlogs. She is doing weekly Vlogmas videos, so there's a couple up already and I absolutely love them. She also plays the most incredible music. She's very into films and she has like soundtracks from some incredible films like The Holiday in her videos, which I absolutely love. And just in general, if you like calming, chilled out, feel-good vlogs, then hers are incredible. And recently she has actually been branching out and talking a lot more about books, so if you like book content, which I'm guessing you do if you're watching my vlogs, then you'll also enjoy that on hers, so I'll link her down below. Then the other creator that I have been really enjoying recently is, well, I've been enjoying her channel basically since I found it, but she is doing a version of Vlogmas as well, and that is Morgan from the channel Morgan Long. Her videos are just incredible. They are so aesthetically pleasing, so beautiful, and basically just incredible. I love everything about them and they're so cozy. She is doing a video every other day in December. Some are vlogs, some are more like sit down chatty style ones. She also did a vegan what I eat in a day, which was really nice, and I love it. So I'm going to watch one or two or maybe even more vlogs because I don't know how long it's going to take me to wrap up all of these presents, but I'm going to do that and enjoy this cup of tea. So I will link both of those people down below, Morgan and Phoebe, so you can go and check them out. I'd highly recommend it because I've been loving their Vlogmas videos and just their videos in general. Well, 3 Vlogmas videos later, I am exhausted, but look at this pile of presents for literally every single person I think that Jay and I know. I am quite pleased with this. is literally like, I'll move back so you can see how large it is in context with how large the room is. But it is taking up quite a large chunk of space, but like I said before, everything just looks so much nicer wrapped in festive wrapping paper than it would do if we kept it in the bags. So I am very pleased with that, and now I'm gonna probably make another cup of tea and do some reading. Good morning guys, it is now Saturday, and before I go any further I should probably just apologise for what my hair looks like. It was super knotty this morning, so I brushed through it, but anyone with curly hair will know that when you brush it, it ends up just making you look like you're trying to cosplay Hagrid from Harry Potter, because what on earth is this? So we'll just have to you know, pretend that it's not there. But I do have a little reading update for you this morning. I didn't do quite as much reading as I'd hoped to yesterday, but I did make a little bit more of a start on Such a Fun Age. I made it up to page 70, so I managed to read 70 pages yesterday, which is quite good. I'm pretty pleased with that, and I'm really enjoying it. I was actually quite surprised to find out that this is actually dual perspective. So like I said, we start off following the main character Amira, who is babysitting for a little girl who she looks after for this rich white family, and then she's basically stopped in the supermarket because people think that she's kidnapped this white child, and it kind of kicks off a whole chain of events. And I hadn't realised that it was going to be dual perspective. So we have Amira, and then we also have Alex, who I talked about in the synopsis of the book, who is the mother of the child that Amira was babysitting for. And Alex feels really guilty and terrible about what's happened to Amira, and she kind of wants to help her put it right. So kind of at that point in the book right now, getting introduced to a few characters such as Amira's friends, and also a guy who was at the supermarket when Amira was stopped and accused of kidnapping, who decided to film the events in case anything went wrong, and then him and Amira kind of kick off some kind of like romantic relationship as well. There's lots of things going on. It's really interesting, and today is Saturday. I don't really have any plans today other than going for a walk and filming an episode of the podcast later on, so I'm hoping to do quite a lot of reading and maybe even finish this one. But it is Saturday morning, so I'm going to kick off my day in the best way possible with tea, of course. So we are now on to day, I think it's the 19th now. Is it the 19th, Jay?
Yes, it is.
Okay, day number 19. Oh, there it is. Let's find out what we're having for tea this morning. Rooibos and honeybush. A scrumptious blend of slightly sweet honeybush with nutty overtones of rooibos, two native South African shrubs. They grow only in the Cederberg mountain region of South Africa and are harvested and prepared in much the same way to regular tea. Naturally caffeine-free, this blend is a great alternative to regular tea. This one I think is going to be really nice. I already know that I like rooibos tea. I've never tried honeybush, but it just has a nice sounding name, so I'm pretty confident with this one. This one definitely smells very red bush like. It's got kind of like an aniseedy undertone, which I'm very interested to try because sometimes aniseed can be alright, sometimes it's a little bit too licoricey, but either way, I'm very excited to try this one. I would often have red bush with some like oat milk in it, but today I decided to make it just with water to begin with, just so I could like fully experience the flavour of the tea, and then I'll decide whether I want to add some oat milk in. So let's give it a try. I feel like red bush is a really hard flavour to describe, but it basically is just like a red bush tea. If you've tried that, you'll know what I mean. If you haven't, I'm sorry, I'm not doing a very good job of describing it, but I do like it. I feel like red bush tea is the kind of tea that is very hit or miss. You either really like it or you really don't, but I'm quite enjoying this one. I think I am going to add in a little bit of oat milk though, just to add in some creamy flavour. Then I'm going to get ready to go out for my walk, and I've also decided to catch up on Call the Midwife. Now, I've been asking for recommendations for shows that are like The Crown, and you guys have given me so many amazing recommendations that I'm going to get started in over the Christmas period. But I'm a big fan of Call the Midwife, and the Christmas special is coming out on Christmas Day, so like in less than a week now, and I still need to catch up on a couple of episodes from the last season and just refresh my memory. So I'm going to watch that first and then get started on some of your recommendations, and then do some reading when I get back from my walk. So, cheers! Good morning guys, it is now Sunday the 20th of December. Each day that goes past now I just feel more and more wildly in disbelief about how fast the month is going, but it is the 20th of December, it's Sunday morning, and on Sundays I teach yoga, so I've been up for a couple of hours now because I wanted to do some reading before I had to get ready and teach my classes, and I'm now quite far through this book. I'm on page 197, so I'm like about 2/3 through this book, and it is so good. I absolutely love it. The way that the characters are all portrayed is just so incredible, and you just get such a great insight into everyone's like relationships with each other, how they all feel about these relationships, and then how that's kind of different. So like, for example, the way that Alex, the employer, views Amira, her employee, versus the way that Amira, as the employee, views her employer. There's such a disconnect between the way that these two characters view and interact with each other that is so interesting to navigate, and it's just really intriguing, particularly when then the main discussion of this book, which is of course privilege and the like kind of unbalanced distribution of privilege, particularly in relation to race, but as well in terms of things like economics, is just really interesting because that has such an impact on the way that these like perceptions of relationships kind of plays out, and the way that people look for different things in each relationship is really indicative of their personal experience of privilege. So it's really, really interesting. And there was also a major plot twist. I won't give it away, but it was basically just in relation to something that was connecting Amira's present life and Alex's past life that has kind of brought them together in a really bizarre and kind of uncomfortable way that neither of them really had any idea of until this like one random event happens. And it is so interesting and something I definitely didn't see coming. So I am loving this book. It is so, so good. However, I obviously didn't quite manage to finish it over the course of yesterday and this morning, so I will be continuing this one when I get back from my yoga classes later, but I will be finishing this vlog up here because I need to edit the end of it and get it up ready to go up this evening. So I really hope you've enjoyed hearing my thoughts on what I've read of Such a Fun Age so far, and you'll be able to hear the rest of my thoughts on the conclusion and basically the whole book in general in my next vlog. But I am almost certain it's going to be a 5-star read because it's just so well written and I'm really, really enjoying it. If you've read it as well, I'd love to know your thoughts because I finally am so excited to be able to join in the discussion with this one because obviously it's been out for a while and I've only just gotten around to it, but I'm so glad that I have because it's so, so good. So with that being said, I really, really hope you've enjoyed hearing my thoughts on that book, as well as the other things I've gotten up to over the past couple of days, and just returning back to the book unboxing that I did at the beginning of my vlog. I have found out that the first 2 books, which were The Goldfinch and The Institute, that sadly didn't have their note in them, actually came from my lovely friend Mary from the channel Mary Among Stories. So in the description box down below, I'm going to be linking to everyone who was kind enough to send me something, as well as those 2 channels that I mentioned I've been really enjoying for Vlogmas videos, which were Morgan Long and Phoebe from A Honey Bunch of Onion Tops channel. So I will link to all of those people down below, and I'm going to enjoy this cup of tea, get ready to teach yoga, and I'll see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.